Oh, that is so awesome. Welcome back, friends. Today, we're listening to Jack in the Box, the full album from our boy JHOPE. Now, if you know me, you know that I love to listen to an album top to bottom in the order the artist intended us to listen to it. As a producer, the songs are constructed so well together and they often flow into each other so well. And listening to a song on shuffle or having random songs pop up just doesn't quite do it to me. So today, we're gonna listen to the full album start to finish. And after I finish the full album, I'm gonna be watching the interview with JHOPE talking about the full album over on my Patreon, which is the first link in the description down below, but I'll touch on that more in a minute. I have absolutely loved the two singles that we've heard from JHOPE, Arson and More. They both were such a strange style, or at least something that I didn't quite expect to hear from JHOPE in the beginning. So I'm expecting for that same vibe to continue through the full album, and I cannot wait to tear it apart. By the way, if you are new around here, hello, my name is Cody McManus. I am a music producer from Canada, so I'm really excited to share my thoughts and opinions of this entire album with you right here today. So if you go on to enjoy today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really helps me out a ton. And if you're coming back to the channel for a second, third, maybe even a fourth time, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below because obviously you enjoy my videos and you're not gonna wanna miss any more of them in the future. But I have been waiting long enough to listen to Jack in the Box from JHOPE. So let's start it off with track one, the intro track. Here we go.
What Zeus had kept inside the box broke loose from their confinement.
Oh, wow.
All that was foul was now unleashed upon the world. Pandora, unable to undo what she had done, fell into despair. As she grieved, she heard a feeble quiver from the box. She lifted the lid once more, and out fluttered a
What is this from?
bright, most beautiful creature she had ever seen. It flapped its delicate wings as it danced around Pandora, lightly brushing against
my
her
gosh.
shoulder.
I feel like this is just
Pandora
a tease
immediately
and the
felt her
track's gonna
hands
absolutely
away,
slap.
and her heart glow with warmth.
I love
It
this
was
setting
hope
up
that
the
was
album.
kept in the innermost nook of the box. It trailed behind the miasma of darkness, assuaging their ill effects on humankind. Hope gave people the will to carry on living amidst the pain and strife.
Oh, I hear it happening. Here we go. Oh, and the vibe totally changes. Wow. I love that cute little opening to set up the album, and then we're into it. Oh! Oh, JHOPE, turn this up! Oh, cool! Oh, this album's so dark. Never mind. Oh, this is sick.
Someone's slide, someone's smile, someone's hope. 내 활동들은 someone's slide. 시간은 이름대로 흘러가. Someone's star, 내 영혼이 다듬어지면 생기는 모토와 vibe. Yeah.
Oh, his flow is so good.
비로소 첫도야 콧물 필요했던 필연성 계속 발전을 꿈꿔. What's my path? What do I have to sign? Just keep on doing my thing.
Wow. Okay, I noticed this in the first song I listened to, More from JHOPE. Link up here if you want to check out my reaction to that song the first time I listened to it with the music video. But his flow immediately reminded me of Suga. I hear so much of the way that his lines are, or Suga's lines are written in BTS stuff, or even in the August D stuff, coming over into JHOPE here. Now, I don't know if they work together on this or not. I could only imagine that if you're in a band with any of the members of BTS and you're putting out solo music that they're gonna help you. I hope at least that they still collaborated a bit, but even if not, it just shows how much of an influence they have on each other. The JHOPE has great flow. His voice is so unique, but you really hear it in this song. This tune is so cool. I love the darkness. It kind of like gets cheery for a second, and then it just hits again right into it. Still following this kind of like lo-fi theme in the tracks, in the instrumentation. I keep on saying that it has like this 80s, 90s, like West Coast hip hop vibe to it, which I absolutely love. JHOPE has found a style on this album. This is the third song that I've listened to it from it, even though it's the first. Remember, I listened to More and Arson on the YouTube channel a couple days back, and man, I just love it so much. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Oh, this is filthy. These sounds are cool too. The instrumentation's really unique. Just these synths. There's amazing vocal panning going on there. We get some yas from J-Hope going on the left and right. Really subtle. If you're wearing headphones, see if you can pick it up. They pan back between the left and right sides to help build with the snare drum here. Right here. Yeah. Oh. And we're in. Oh yeah, his flow's so sick. Oh. Wow. And we're back to this chill section with the lo-fi vocal. This is cool. His vocal's very far away. Oh. Wow. These smooth, like jazzy chords too on the piano. Yeah, this song slaps. Oh man, I love it. Wow.
Those move with the drum with this hot shit. Boy, it's unboxing. Let's go.
Yo. Oh, that tune is so cool. Wow, Pandora's Box as like an opening track. I know that we have an intro on there, but really that is like the opening track of the record, Pandora's Box, and it really just sets the mood for it. Knowing what I've already heard of more in Arson, that totally ties in the theme. I love it. I don't know the lyrics. I don't have the lyrics pulled up in front of me, unfortunately. I also am very bad for listening to lyrics. I know you guys are always like, Cody, you gotta check the lyrics, gotta check the lyrics. When I listen to a song for the first time, I'm always listening to the composition of it and the production, the way that the vocals sit, the way that the instrumentation and the drum beat fits in the song. And so I definitely don't pay attention to the vocals the first time around. I absolutely love the dynamics in this. We get some like changes in the way the chords are structured. We get some happier, more major parts, but then the majority of the song is very minor, very dark, very like vibey. I really like it. Let's continue on. Let's hear track 3, which is More, which I already listened to only once though. I've only listened to it once, and hearing it in context with the album, I have a feeling I'm gonna pick out so much more this time around. Let's jump into it. Those lo-fi drums again. Oh, there's so much bass. Oh, I love those whoops. Yeah. Oh, you know what this beat actually reminds me of a ton? It reminds me of a Billie Eilish song. What song is that? Yeah, this is the tune with the little whoop in it.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's very cool. Very subtle thing that I picked out. I don't think that was intentional whatsoever. They are actually quite different than what I thought they were. But nonetheless, it's really cool. Just using a vocal effect in your drum beat. I think that's so cool. Instead of just using like a snare drum or a bass drum or a hi-hat, using an actual vocal effect, a little whoop. I think that's so awesome. Let's continue on with more. I love this. Oh yeah. Oh, this song's so heavy. It's so good. Oh, so spooky from J-Hope. Oh my gosh. This is huge. There's electric guitars in a song from J-Hope. I would have never guessed, ever. It's just so big and powerful. His flow is so sick. Oh, there's so many backing vocals in this part here. I love it. The vocal gets pushed way back, way back, and helps contrast when it comes up front here. Wow, it just like adds to the energy of the tune. And now we get the flip. Yeah, drums are in the back. And J-Hope's right in your face here. Great mix technique. Wow, the production on this is phenomenal. Oh. Just such a big chorus. Ah, it hits so hard. Oh, now it chills. Oh, there's some funky instruments going on here. They almost sound, I can't believe I'm gonna say that. They sound like laser beams. That's the only way I can think of describing them. They're kind of like pshh, pshh, pshh noises, laser beams in this song. J-Hope used it all. See if you can pick them out. They're really subtle, but they're definitely there. Oh, and then they went away. They're a little before this. They sound like Star Wars guns or something. And then they cut out. Oh. Oh my gosh, I love this tune. That's such a good song. More is a great one from J-Hope. Okay, moving in track 4. Stop. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah! This is so cool. Hey friends, I just finished watching the interview where J-Hope talks about Jack in the Box over on my Patreon. Check it out. Yeah, I feel like I need to go back and listen to it again now, hearing him talk about it and explain every song, explain what the album means to him. I feel like it just hit in a different way another time around after hearing him talk about it this way. If you want to watch my reaction to this entire interview where I get a better look into J-Hope's process on working on Jack in the Box, head on over to my Patreon, which is the first link in the description down below. In addition to getting to watch this interview with me, you're also going to unlock a ton of other content like In the Soup Season 1, In the Soup Season 2, Bon Voyage, Burn the Stage, Bring the Soul, Run BTS, and so much other amazing stuff. So if you want to check any of that out, head on over to my Patreon, which is the first link in the description down below. But let's get back to listening to this album. I love the vibe of this. These are just such party tunes. Oh, his flow is so good. So good. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh. The bass is funky in this. This is so sick. I was not expecting an album like this from J-Hope whatsoever. Some synths in there. Oh, some little stingers on the side. The instrumentation on this whole album is very unique. There's nothing that really is too in your face that really like drives this song. For the most part, it's a bass holding together the main like key of the song. There's some drums which hold the beat together. Obviously drums are very important, very loud. And then there's his voice. And that's kind of the three main elements that we have. But there are so many other layers that really are help building onto this sound in the background. And I can't even necessarily pick out exactly what they are. They're all synthesized electronic sounds in the background. It's not like we have a piano holding it together or a guitar or even like some synths or anything. They're more kind of ambient sounds, just helping fill up space and create a little more energy at parts in the song, which is so amazing. This song, or this entire album, every single song on here is so simple in the way that it's created instrumentally, because there's not a lot going on, but it's also so complex in the way that it's built, and there's so many buried elements. I would love to see the raw tracks or hear an instrumental without J-Hope's voice, just to hear exactly what's going on in the track. Whoever produced this, if you guys know, let me know in the comments, but whoever worked on this is absolutely phenomenal. They just absolutely crushed it. It's so good.
요즘은 스마트한 세상 번나 스마트한 그 대박 너의 비대면 회담이 생긴 시간
Oh my gosh, his flow. I didn't know J-Hope had it in him. This is so good.
Stop, 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 stop.
This is cool.
Minds, 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 minds. 인과 법칙에 의하여 세상에 나온 우리 끝한들 일체 유심조 우리가 만드는 거지 작은 시작이 큰 발걸음.
Right, some synths in here. Just adding some more space. And then they're gone.
Sir, who's gonna be responsible if something happens to him? The manager says, don't worry, I will be responsible. Go continue, teacher.
Oh wow, that was a very short song. It was only like 2 minutes long. Oh, hey friends, unfortunately I have to break this video up into 2 parts due to silly copyright issues, so head on over to the link right up here to go see part 2. I will meet you over there.
I wanna thank you.